everyone. I look kind of, you know, just a woman on a mission. Yeah. Welcome to Awake. My name is Judith, and I am your spiritual psychologist. So today's topic is titled Return to the Source. Break free from fear-based conditioning. Yes, so much is happening around the world, and we are seeing a lot of things, and people are caught up in the crossroad where they're questioning their faith, their belief, and everything about humanity. So my job here is to remind us that we are greater than what we think. We are bigger than what we have been told. We are superior beings. So it is time to return to the source, to return to that place of power, to return to the God within, that divine energy, that spiritual authority where you are in charge of your life, of your narrative, your affairs, that you have absolute control over them. So, before I delve into the topic, I would like us to watch the video. I'm looking like this because I was just online with my, publicist. We were trying to upload my book, Connect with God, Awakening the Divine Consciousness Within. So we are done with that. It will be available by Monday. You can go on Amazon to get your copy, the paperback, the hard case, the Kindle, which is the ebook. They are all there available on Amazon. They'll be up by Monday. The paperback is $14.99. The ebook is $9.99. The hardcover is $24.99. Look at that. Look at that book. Oh, very captivating. And let me decode to you the colors on that book. The black background represents the source that we're going to talk about today. The black there represents the source. That energy we are talking about that rules the body, that governs our thoughts, our actions, and everything how we behave. That is the source, the black. And then you find the gold there. The gold there represents truth, the four cardinal virtues: truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. It represents truth. So when you get the book, you know that you're going to get everything about you, the other side of you, and how you can connect to it, how you can connect to the God within. I am so proud of this book, my editor, and everybody, the team that has been working on this book to make it, a reality. I am so excited. If you get this book, it's going to transform your life. You will never be the same because the information that is in this book, oh my God, nobody. I have watched videos on divine consciousness. I've read articles online about divine consciousness, but there is none of those authors who have given you that framework on how to connect with the God within. So it is all in this book. It's going to change your perspective about God and yourself. It's going to change the world system. This book is going to shake in the core foundation of religion and the system of the world that has been controlling humanity. I'm saying this with all, assurance and authority in my being, that this book, when you get it, you will not regret it. So go to Amazon and get your copy. It will be available Monday. It will be available Monday, and you will find it. There is a breathing exercise there. And there's a disclaimer there. If you know you have respiratory issues and all of that stuff, consult with your doctor before doing the exercise, because that exercise, it was designed by me, and to show you how you can connect with that divine being within. And there's also another breathing exercise there to unblock your nervous system, because the nervous system there is like the pathway to the flow of information and everything in your body. So everything that you've been looking for, searching for about God, is within you. So the book gives you that blueprint and a step-by-step framework on how you can connect with the God within. So people will no longer control you with their religious ideas, because religion is a place where you get stuck. It's a mental prison where people are stuck and they cannot tell right from wrong. And when you see people who are coming there for their own political reasons, like what the Papa visit, that is, it has become a buzz on a social media and all of that, from the people in Cameroon and the Amazonian people. They always use that system to pacify you. They use the system. Religion is a system. I don't care how you put it. Whether you're a Christian, you want to say that, oh, your Christianity is a way of spirituality. I ask you, does your Christianity give you that sovereignty to connect with the God within you? If it doesn't give you that sovereignty, then it is a system of control where you need to go through a mediator to connect with God, or to beg God, to pray to God. I am telling you in this book that you are God's. And there's even a numerological part of it where you can do the math and see that you are God. So much information in the book. So go get your copy. And you will change the way you do things and how you have been seeing yourself. We are supreme beings. And all the world want to do is to suppress that part of you, so you don't use your own power, divine power, to create things. We are here to create, not to be controlled. We are here to create. And that's why the people of Amazonia in 2016, when they rose up and they said enough is enough. 2017, we restored our independence and say, yes, this is who we are. Because if you don't know your identity, you don't know yourself, then anybody can come and trample on you. They use that energy to do their own things, and then every day you are there praying and stretching your hand. Oh, God help me. Oh, America help me. Oh, Europe help me. Oh, this one, China help me. All of that. And you are just powerless. That's what the world wants you to be. That's how they want to look at you. But you have to change that narrative. You have to project your own narrative on how you want people to treat you, how you want them to approach you, how you want them to to look at you. That is why we are here in this revolution, because we have awakened to know who we are. And we are telling the world that, you know what, the Amazonia that La République tried to assimilate, those people, you cannot assimilate them. They have their own identity. They have their own date of independence. That is us reiterating our stand and our identity to La République and its allies, to Paris, to all the European Union or African Union, everyone in the world, that we are a unique people and no one can swallow us or put us in a hole and lock us. No, you don't have no right to do that. Okay? So I will call on the director to put on the video so we can watch again about the book, to give you just a brief summary or preview of what is in the book. And then I will summarize for today. I'm not going to spend much time. We have been busy all morning, and I'm just excited. So, director, over to you. Thank you.
All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're cracking open the big ideas from Judith Elondo's book, Awakening the Divine Within. It's basically a blueprint for what she calls spiritual sovereignty, and we're going to break down exactly what that means. Right out of the gate, the book hits you with this: God lives in you, not in the sky. This is the core idea, the hook that challenges, well, pretty much everything we've been taught. It's not about some distant being, it's about an internal presence. And that single thought is the foundation for everything else we're about to cover.
So that naturally leads to this massive question, right? If this divine power is inside us, why on earth have we spent centuries being told to look for it somewhere else? Why have we been taught to search for salvation and answers from some external source? The book's take is that this isn't an accident, it's a system of control. To really unpack that, the book introduces its first major concept, the idea that our inherited beliefs have built a kind of prison, a prison for the mind. And the whole point of this prison, it argues, is to keep us from ever realizing our own true power.
Think about it. For generations, many were taught that sacred texts were the literal, unchangeable word of an all-powerful God who exists completely separate from us. According to the author, this whole setup created a dynamic of fear and dependency. It positions God as a judge and us as, well, powerless. The book argues that this has fundamentally disconnected people from their own inner authority.
And this is where the book draws a really clear line in the sand, distinguishing what it calls religion from spirituality. On one side, you have religion. God is outside of you, it demands obedience, you're a subject waiting for a savior. But on the other side, you have spirituality. God is within you, it guides you towards self-mastery, you are a creator, and the focus is on your own awakening. It's a massive shift in perspective, moving from an institution to your own internal experience.
Okay, so if the old way of thinking is a prison, how do you get out? Well, the book's answer is pretty radical. It involves completely redefining the word God. Let's take a look at how this new framework is built. So here it is, the key to the whole thing. The book suggests we stop thinking of God as a person or a personality. Instead, think of it as a universal, impersonal energy it calls divine consciousness. It's not a king on a throne, it's more like a current of electricity or a fundamental life force that flows through every single one of us.
And this is where it gets really real, because this is where personal responsibility kicks in. This energy inside you, it's neutral. It isn't inherently good or bad, kind of like fire. You can use fire to cook a meal and stay warm, or you can let it burn your house down. The author says this divine energy is the same. It's an incredibly powerful tool that can either create a beautiful reality or a destructive one. It all comes down to how you learn to direct it.
So the big question is, how do you actually direct that energy in a good way? The book doesn't just leave you guessing. It lays out a very clear framework to help you align with that inner power. And it all begins with 4 core principles. These are what the author calls the 4 cardinal virtues: truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. They're presented as the fundamental building blocks, almost like the gatekeepers of morality that should guide your thoughts and actions. The core idea is simple. When your life aligns with these virtues, you are in perfect harmony with that divine consciousness inside you. Now, this next part is really fascinating. The book claims that once you get this internal framework, you start seeing it encoded everywhere. in ancient symbols that we've all known our entire lives.
So the argument goes that these symbols aren't just about history or religion. They have a hidden esoteric meaning. They're actually maps of your own inner world, your own consciousness. And to prove the point, the book uses one of the most famous symbols in the world as a prime example.
The cross is reinterpreted not as a historical object, but as a symbol of you, a human being. Picture yourself standing with your arms stretched out. Your head pointing north represents justice. Your feet, grounded in the south, are your truth. Your right hand reaching to the east is your conscience, and your left hand to the west is righteousness. You see, the point isn't to just look at a cross. It's to realize you are the cross. You are a living symbol, the meeting point of all these divine principles. And it's not just the cross. The book points to other natural symbols too, like the butterfly. Its 4 stages of transformation, from egg to caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly, are presented as a perfect metaphor for our own 4-part spiritual journey, guided by those same 4 virtues. It's all about inner evolution.
Okay, so this brings us to the big finale. You understand the energy within you. You understand the principles that guide it. So what now? What do you actually do with all this knowledge? This is the most practical, hands-on part of the book's entire argument.
The author lays out 3 concrete steps to start actively shaping your own reality. Step 1, elevate your base energy. This means consciously shifting your emotional state from one of fear and survival to one of empowerment and sovereignty. Step 2, adjust your mental lens. Get crystal clear on who you truly are and what you genuinely want to create in your life. And finally, step 3 is manifestation. When your inner world is aligned, you just allow it to be reflected in your outer world.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? It's a powerful call to action. Stop being a passive follower in systems made by others and step into your role as an active, sovereign creator of your own life's experience.
And that's where the book leaves us, with this final, empowering question. By reframing God not as some distant authority, but as the creative potential inside each of us, it puts the blueprint for reality right into our own hands. The question is no longer about what you're supposed to believe, but what you will choose to create.
Thank you, Director. You heard it all. Return to the source, break free from fear-based conditioning. The book has explained briefly on that. It's 81 page, 81 pages. So it's easy to read, and you will discover so many hidden information that has been revealed to humanity. And I am so proud to, and ready to share this information with the world, and especially my Amazonian people. And some percentage of the proceed will go to ABC. ABC. So go get your copy. We have to keep ABC alive, keep it on the air. And the more you get the people to buy, that's how I'm going to donate part of it to ABC. So we had in that video, our greatest problem is this issue of knowing who we are, our identity. If you cannot define your identity, and then others will impose their identity on you. And so the book is all about connecting us to the source of truth, the source of righteousness, the source of justice. We cannot talk about peace without justice. Peace is just the fruit of justice. So anyone who comes in the name of peace without including justice in the process, because when you go through the process, and then the result will be peace. So there is a process to everything. And when I was reading through other philosophers and psychologists, their work on this divine consciousness, I discovered that philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, when they were talking about the cardinal virtues, a lot of things were missing in that cardinal virtues. That it was just one virtue that was in that in Plato, Aristotle, and the other philosophers. You know, and that's why, because if you don't lay a foundation, you know, the foundation cannot stand on one pillar. It's impossible. So their own allusions of the divine virtues, it was just hanging on one pillar, which is justice. The other ones that they put there, like temperance and all of that, they were all mental. The mind cannot function without the the virtues, or these divine principles, without the energy, because your energy is that moral principle that influences or instructs your mind. So your mind, your thoughts, your aspirations, your goals, everything, your dream, they need to align with those principles of truth. And that's how you're going to manifest good things. That's how you're going to solve problems and conflicts and all of that. If you don't align with these cardinal virtues of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, and of justice, because conscience there is just about clarity. When the people don't have clarity in whatever is happening to them, or whatever is going on in your life, if you don't find clarity, you can never solve a problem. You can never solve a problem. So that's why you see a lot of the world organizations that are there to solve the humanitarian conflicts and all of that. They don't find any solution, because they always go back to align with this philosophy of past philosophers. They'll tell you of Einstein, they'll tell you of Plato, they'll tell you of Aristotle and all of that. But when you look at that, it is faulty. That was just one pillar of the virtues that they talked in their own virtues. Justice. How do you arrive in justice when you are avoiding the truth? You're avoiding the truth. Everything is clouded. There's confusion, and people can't find clarity. If people can't reason, they can't have a clear understanding. You don't want that, and you want to jump all the way from nowhere to a pillar of justice. So we see why problems are not being solved, even when they come up, they create all of these organizations or institutions that are there to solve the international problems and conflict. So when you see conflict like ours, the Ambazonia revolution is hanging on for 10 years now, and they're acting like, oh, you have to come and do this, you have to come and do that, because they don't have any blueprint on how to solve problems, how to solve crises and conflicts. They don't have it. Because why would they come up with such ideas? It's all about their own interests. They want you to remain in that confused state, to remain in that state where you don't know who you are. And so they continue to exploit you, exploit your resources. They want to keep you in that place of suffering. And so when they're coming with their institution, like their religion institution, they want to use that to subjugate you. They'll come with their political institution. Oh, they want to use that to subjugate you. And other things like their handouts and all of that to subjugate you. So you don't have a clear picture of who you are and what you want. So Amazonians, we are here. It is time to go deep in our own self and ask some serious questions. Ask some serious questions. Because this religion thing that they keep using to subjugate Africans, pacify you, and all of that, and the whole social media now, oh, the Pope is visiting, the Pope is visiting. How many popes have visited in the past? Have they solved any problem, African conflict? Huh? And some are telling you, oh, the ASA should just stay low and all of that. Says who? Why would they stay low? For who? Huh? If the man of God, they claim that he's a man of God, will he let him come and walk free without the military and all of that? Let's see how that his God will protect him. Huh? So it is time for us to have a rethink. Have a rethink. I am here. I'm not trying to put us down. I'm trying to make us get out of this mental slavery, this religious slavery or prison. That is a prison that we have been put in for the past how many centuries? That the people who does not, they don't respect their own religion that they brought to Africa, and the Arabs that brought their own Allah and Quran, all of that, they don't respect it. The same people come and impose all sort of wickedness on you and use your own people to do all the evil things. And then again, you want to give them a leeway to come and begin to tell you about God. So that God does not see you, does not listen to your prayers. That, oh, all these years, he has not come to intervene. Huh? He has not come to intervene. Let us wake up. Let us wake up. Because the earlier we wake up, that's how we're going to start channeling our energies to all the right things, to create the things that we want in Amazonia, to create the things that we want in Africa. Because these people, when you look at their modus operandi, you see that, oh, they are always the ones who try to introduce this. Oh, their health program. Oh, they are this program. They have this system that is going to work for you. So it's like you don't have no mind of your own to think how you can come up with your own structures, with your own system, with your own blueprint on how to govern your people. It's always the foreigner that has all this knowledge. Don't you see that? How they make you look small, that you cannot think. And so they are always there bombarding you with all sorts of distractions. So you spend your time praying and fasting and crying and begging and all of that. And oh no, Africa, it's time to wake up now. It's time to wake up. Wake up. You are supreme beings. You are intelligent people. So much is in you. Look at what came out of me in this book. Look at what came out of me in this book. When you get it, you will know that it is a book. And where did it come from? A woman like me. Huh? What qualifications do I have? What qualifications do I have to write such a book? This is just to show you that if our people are calm, that everything we have our own country, that our Amazonian children, men and women, all of them, old and young, when they live in a peaceful environment where justice has been done and taken care of, where we have access to all the resources that help us to grow, you will see unimaginable things that will come up, ideas that will come up from people's mind. There is no God in the sky that is going to give you that information. It is all in you. It needs a place of calmness. It needs a place of quietness. That your mind needs to be calm. Your mind needs to be quiet. And so, what we are doing now in this revolution is to make sure that the things that are going to distract our children, distract our people, we have to deal with them now. So, the freedom of Ambazonia is very, very paramount. Anybody who is joking with this Ambazonia freedom, all of you out there who are going and talking, making that your nonsense a distraction, you just find your place and go, whether in La Republic, and stay where you are, because Ambazonia must exist as an independent country. Our children, our people need to use their mind to create. There is so much in us that we need to put out into the world. There is so much. So let nobody deceive you and begin to tell you that, this God here, the God that the white man brought to you, or the Arabs they brought to you, all of that. They have not done anything. Shishi, nothing. For 10 years. So it is time to go back, return to the source. That's where your power lies. That's where your imaginations, your dreams that have been buried, when you go back to the source, you're going to resurrect that dream, that beautiful dream that you had about your own life, your future, the future of your children. When you return to the source of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, and of justice, that's where you're going to resurrect your dreams, your aspiration, all the good things. Many of our people have died without realizing their dreams. Look at the footballers, they call them soccer here, soccer players, and all of that we had in Amazonia. Where did they end up? Their dreams just died with them. Many have died with their dreams without realizing their dream. What about the artists? Beautiful artwork and people, good singers and all of that. Where did their dream go to? They have died without realizing their dreams. So many talents, so many skills, so much in us. Where has it all gone? Buried under 6 feet under the earth. And people who are still alive carrying this dream, and they are looking at, is there any hope for Amazonia? Is there any this? Yes, there is hope. Yes, there is the light at the end of the tunnel. If I can do it, that's why I'm here, to make sure that Amazonia is a reality. The little that I have, I will put in every effort with all my energy and my spirit on it, that Amazonia is a reality. Because there cannot be a God who prefer one continent or one people, a race of people, and then despise another people and another continent. There is no God like that. And I have seen it, and I have put it in this book to show that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And we are here to remove all those obstacles, those bottlenecks, everything that is standing in your way for you realizing your dream. That's why we are in this revolution, to get all of those things out. So when our children go back to Amazonia, when they wake up, Amazonia is beautiful, beautifully designed, beautifully structured, the systems, the ethics, the people, morally upright, doing the right thing. Doing the right thing. And it will become the envy of the world. It will become the envy of the world. Yes, that's the Amazonia I envision. So be a part of it. Go get the book. It will be available on Monday. Get it and read it, and just have an open mind. Have an open mind. Whether you are a religious person or whichever religion, It is a universal book. It's a universal book. So don't limit yourself that, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm not going to read this book. Oh, I'm a Muslim. There is no Christian there or Muslim or with whatever religion. It's a universal book. It's about spirituality, the other side of you that has been suppressed. So go get your copy and you be the best version of yourself that Amazonia is looking for, that Africa is looking for, and the world is looking for. We can do it. Don't let fear, cage you in that your mindset. And some of you are so modern, so religious that you don't want anything about spirituality. Go get your copy and you will not regret it. Okay. Yeah. So is there anything that does not align with divine principles will drop out, will be exposed? And that's why we see a lot of exposure is going on in the world, the global community. We are seeing those who thought they had the whole world in their hands. A lot is being exposed. So it is up to each of these countries, like the US. It's up to you, the citizens of the US. If you don't want to hold them accountable, then, if you don't use the law on people who violate the law, then they will make it a habit. They'll make it a routine. They'll make it even a system to continue with that narrative. Huh? And you can pray until your eyes they pop out and drop out of the socket. No God is going to stop them if you don't hold them accountable. If you don't hold them accountable. There are other nations there in Britain and Norway, all of them, they are holding their own candidates responsible. They are holding them. Some of them will face the law. Yes. But if you want to play your hypocrisy in the US, that is up to you. They will continue to do that. And nobody, no God is coming anywhere to stop them. For all these years that they were doing it, did any God stop them? No. Until people started speaking up, started waking up. They were speaking, they put their lives on the line to speak the truth. It is only the truth that will set us free. It is only the truth that will bring justice. If you don't speak the truth, you want to twist it, distort it, there will be no justice for anything that you do in life. That is the universal truth. So if you are one of those sitting on the truth, and then you think that you're pretending out there that, oh, some God will come and bring justice to humanity, then you are deceiving yourself. It's time to wake up and start doing the right thing for humanity. Start doing the right thing for Amazonia. Huh? So ASA, kudos to you. Hold on to your guns. Yes. Do not let anybody deceive you. They use those institutions to come and pacify you. And then they go back, they say, oh, everything is a normal. And normalcy has returned. Returned to what? Is that why you are jumping from one forest in Amazonia to the other? Is that why you left your family? All the pleasures of life just to go and be carrying stick, running from one forest to another, running, crossing rivers and all of that to defend your homeland? No, nobody should tell you otherwise. Nobody should tell you that. Hold on to your stick. Huh? Hold on to it. So, self-discipline is very important. And that's why the book, the title, Return to the Source, because that is our self-discipline. You see people who are not disciplined, they do some outrageous, scary things like what we have seen in the Epstein files. Yeah. And there are people over there in Africa who are doing the same things. In La Republique, in Amazonia, they are there who are doing the same things. So it's not only them. All over the world, in China, in Russia, in Europe, everywhere. It's the same thing. If you misalign with your true nature, then the beast nature of you takes over. That's what happens. If you misalign with your true nature, the beast nature will take over. And that's what we are seeing today. Huh? Who would have imagined that these people will be doing those kind of horrible things to children, to people, to all of that stuff? So where did it come from? Did you see a Satan with two horns coming somewhere, whether from the pit of hell coming to possess them? It came from within, from their minds, their thoughts. It was their ideas. That's what I'm talking about. So the same God that we are talking about, we've been looking for in the sky, is in us. It's how you want to use that God, that energy. Huh? Like I gave the illustration in that audio, in that video, it's just like electricity. Electricity gives us light. Huh? It gives us light. We use it in so many things. But that same electricity, if you go put a fog there, and it will shock you. Make the greatest error and you get those wires out, it is going to shock you and kill you. Does it have any satellite to discriminate? No, it doesn't. It knows that you have violated the law of electricity flow. So that is what happens. That's what you get. So if you violate that law of alignment, that law of the mind, that divine law of conscience, of righteousness, of justice, of truth, what do you expect? What do you expect out there? So people have been violating the law of nature, the law of the divine within us for centuries, and because nobody was paying attention, and we just continue to just stick our head on the sand and keep doing our own things, and now things have escalated. So how do we put back order in this system? It's for each one of us to return to the source, to be true to ourselves, to know who we are, because you have to be that same image that the divine within asks you to be. It wants you to align in truth, to speak the truth, to do the right thing, to find clarity in everything, so people can live the best version of themselves. That's just all. Spirituality is not something that they have to tell you, oh, go do this and go do that. Oh, you have to do this. You have to wake up at this time and pray and all of that. No. Are you willing to align? Are you willing? Are you ready to let that energy flow through you, through your thoughts, through your actions, your behavior? That you are a disciplined person, a self-disciplined person. Nobody needs to tell you, oh, it is time for you to do this thing. It is time for you to fight for your Amazonia people, your children, the generation unborn. Nobody needs to tell you, oh, it is time for you to draft. It is time for you to contribute to your LGS, your counties, to support your ASAs and all of that. The president has not asked you to give him anything. Huh? Nobody in the struggle has asked you to pay them. Everybody is volunteering, because we have this common or this collective consciousness of what we want. We want freedom. We want sovereignty. We want creativity. We want an atmosphere of justice, where our people can live with respect, self-respect, dignity, and all of that. That you're not compelled to do things that are out of your league, out of your character. but you are there to do the right thing. That is that energy. And these people in all these occultic societies, they know this truth. So that's why they keep distorting the truth. They keep creating wars, keep creating conflicts all over the world because they feed from your negative energy, people. They feed from your negative energy. Something that you can stand and sit on the table as sovereign states and sit and say, okay, this is what we're supposed to do. This is oh no, you want to go and blow up people in their own sovereign country. You want to go and destabilize people in their own sovereign country. What is that? Don't you get it? That they feed on your negative energy. They feed on your suffering. They feed on your cries. They feed on your poverty. They feed on your misery. When people are miserable, that's where they tap into that negative energy. And they will tell you, oh, this country is covered with dark cloud. The dark cloud there is what? Because the people are under bondage. They are under a spell. They can read those things. When your prophets, they come and they're all prophets of doom and they're talking here and there. Oh, I prophesy this one is going to die. Or this one is going to happen and all of that. Oh, these people have the same eyes that your prophets are using, but for doom and death and all of that. They don't see any good in their own country. They cannot tell you where the next diamond, you can go dig diamonds and have millions of dollars. They cannot tell you where the gold are located, that you can go dig the gold mine and you have millions of dollars. No, all the one who can't tell you if one minister is going to die and they tell you, what does that got to do? People die every day. Has your conditions changed? Has your condition changed? So you see, it's still all mental conditioning. And you need to break free from that because it is still their tool to keep you subjugated, to keep you under that bondage. So you have to free yourself. Free yourself, people. This year is a year of freedom. The numerology on this year is a year of freedom where people are coming out. And that's why you see all the Epstein files and so many evil things that are being exposed. Because if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it. That's the truth. There's no God coming from the sky. No one. Huh? The same energy that is in you is in those galaxies. The moon, the sun, the stars, they have the same energy, the same consciousness. And that's why they are doing their duty. The sun will shine by day, the moon will shine by night, the stars will shine by night, and all of that. The rainy season, okay, look like what happened here in my state here in Maryland and many states when we had a snow blizzard last month. Huh? It was really terrible. The snow came down with such anger because, you see, we are interconnected. When the emotions are so high, it's like, the weather too sends that from our emotion. When those Epstein files revelation were coming out, were being exposed like that, the universe was releasing that dark energy that has held humanity. Huh? And so it came out with the anger of the snow. Huh? Did anybody pray for the snow to melt? No, the sun already knew that I have to shine to melt the snow. Huh? The rain already knew that it has to rain to melt the snow so people can go back to normal. Don't you get it, people? Why are we stuck in, Jesus is coming soon. Mohammed is this. Oh, Buddha is that. Oh, this one is that. Look at the natural conditions they are telling you about this divine consciousness. The snow was like this. Some states they had more than 20 inches. More than 16 more than 30 inches, 40 inches. But who does that? Your prayers does not stop the snow from falling. Your prayer does not force the sun to shine. Your prayer does not force the rain to fall. They already have that consciousness to create a balance. To create a balance. So learn from these natural phenomena, and we can live life to the fullest. They're all showing us this divine consciousness. Why are we running away from it? Go get the book. Go get the book and learn something new. The editor did a fantastic job. Yes, everybody in the team did a fantastic job. Go get your copy and you will look at life in a different perspective. So, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have a blessed weekend. Bye. Director, I'm done. Thank you.